You've been very open about being laid off in 2020 despite your high performance. Can you walk us through how you navigated this unexpected career challenge and what kept you motivated during that time?
Yeah. So in February of 2020, I was laid off. And the quarter before, I had had like a stellar performance. I was so proud. I felt like I was at the peak of my career at that time. And it was extremely devastating, is probably the right word. I felt very much like a resource for the first time in my career, where it was like, despite the work and the care that my manager at the time had for me and just the love that I had for my team and what I was doing, at the end of the day, this is business and I don't have a job here anymore. That was a significantly challenging time for me. But what I took from that was all that I had learned in my professional role up to that point, and I was able to go apply it to a different industry for a little while. I do not like to sit around and twiddle my thumbs. And so during 2020, I pivoted to a different industry and was ultimately very successful in that, from just using the skills that I thought were so specific to the tech world. So I think that anyone who is going through a layoff, there's such like an identity crisis at the time, and just you're questioning 100 things. There's so much. I would say number one, just process for a minute. It's okay to be devastated over it. Just because it happens with any sort of frequency these days doesn't mean that your experience is one that should be minimized. And ultimately know that the situation, it gets better. And ultimately everything that you've done up to that point is going to take you, you still have the stuff to take you elsewhere. So I know for me, I pivoted during 2020 and then I got back into SaaS. And it's not true that leaving tech, you can't get back into tech. I hear people say that sometimes, and that's bogus. At the end of the day, I can't trust enough. Give yourself some grace, process, and ultimately just keep moving forward.